I've just been looking at Trae Young's teams the past few years since he got to the conference finals. Man, outside of him, most of these dudes is mid, man. I'm sorry. Because he has no second option. He has no who else can go one-on-one on this current team?
You don't. So how you feel about Jalen Johnson?
I love Jalen Johnson as like a third, fourth option, a guy that's gonna be a Swiss Army knife, can shoot a little bit, defend a little bit, rebound a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a role guy. But him being a second option, and who's the third option? Name me the third. Zachariah Ricochet? Then you got Dyson Daniels. He hasn't played. He hasn't played. He hasn't played one game. He
I'm
comes
saying
off
when he
the
get back,
bench.
he gonna be that guy for you.
Okay, basically, this is what I'm saying.
But
Trae Young is getting too much flack for this because I watched them play. I ain't gonna stunt. They blew a lead. They blew a lead. Who they just play? I just watched them. Who did they just play? I can't think of the top of my head. They just played the Bulls. And they blew a lead to the Bulls late in that third, fourth quarter. And I just was saying, because I brought it up because Trae Young went to the bench. He literally had to cut his bench time short like Jokic because these dudes can't do nothing. They couldn't do nothing with him off the court. Like, he's dripping with sweat. He's bending down because I think they just came off a back-to-back. They played 5 games in 7 nights. He's tired. They done blew 2 leads now where they had where they've been up, one to the Pistons and then just one the other night to Chicago. And it's because even those teams have a different option of a guy who could do something if you just give him the ball. Trae Young is having to score and set people up the whole game, 4 quarters. And then his backup is Casey Wallace's brother, who I didn't even know Casey Wallace had a brother. So it's like, I don't know him. Like, I don't even know Trae Young's backup.
Yeah.
It's just too much on Trae Young's shoulders, and he's small. It's like you can't put this much burden on him, man. And I think he's just getting unnecessary flack. You feel like he's getting unnecessary flack, or is it justified flack?
I'll be honest. I used to kind of give him flack. I said, "Oh, that finals run was a little bit of fluky," but you are kind of correct in the fact that the Hawks, he did probably overachieve in that finals run, yes, but he made it happen, so you can't knock him for that. And so getting back, of course, is going to be tougher when you overachieve. You know, you're right as far as having like a second solid scoring option. Jalen Johnson is cool, but you probably wouldn't want him to be the number 2 guy unless he steps up and shows you that he can be. You probably just want him as the number 3 guy. You had your chance of getting a top pick, getting a guy that can, do something for you. You got Research, and we'll see if he turns out to be, that solid second option, but it's looking more like he could be a nice 3 in this league. And that's cool. But we'll see if he can become a 2. If he become maybe a 1. When you draft him first of all, you try to get 1. So they do need another solid scorer. They have pieces in place over there. They have guys I like. It's probably, they have guys I like. It's probably time to move off Capella and try to get something for him if you can.
This is what I'm thinking, because of course Capella's gonna be a part of it. This is basically what I was thinking, because they need a second. They just need a guy who's second, and they have enough pieces. Like you said, you can package something. You have so many guys, but they're so mid that they can't stay on the team. Like Capella, DeAndre Hunter, and Bogdanovich, and a pick or whatever, or just whatever. Go bring in Zach LaVine. Maybe bring in Ingram. Why this can't be a Brandon Ingram team? Jimmy, I don't know.
I don't think he fit. I don't think he fits the timeline. I don't think he's.
Yeah.
That's not a team I'd bring Jimmy to. So I like the Brandon Ingram a lot.
Because 3 guys. Ingram, Levine, or Cam Johnson from Brooklyn if you want to go a little cheaper.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Yeah. I don't mind that at all. I think that's a good. It helps, and it gives another guy who can get you 20 points easy if easy if they need to, and it doesn't have to always be on Trae and set guys up and score. You know, everything has to run through Trae, and maybe when you're playing that kind of heliocentric offense where everything runs through one guy, you have to have some guys around them that are a little better to help out with that. He can't. You can't only play that for so long.
I don't think it's heliocentric. I think they can't do nothing. These dudes can't do nothing. He literally, Chris, I kid you not. He got out the game for about 30 seconds and people's losing the ball, fumbling with the ball, can't get past they guy one-on-one. Like Jalen Johnson, Zachariah Ricochet, Dyson Daniels have no moves. They have no moves. Clint Capella has that one little little hook shot thing. And outside of that, he has no moves. Literally everybody in that starting five: Dyson Daniels, Zachary Ricochet, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella. You have to put me in position for me to score. They don't even have a 6-man right now. Trae Young gets killed a lot. I think he's even gotten better defensively. Trae Young is not even negative. He's literally active defensively. Like he's not the Damian Lillard. He's not the Tyrese Halliburtons. Like he's literally active defensively. He's just short. But outside of that, I think Trae Young and his field goal percentages go look this bad if you have to do everything. He has to do everything. And then they hunt him on defense. I'm sorry. It's just I can't put it all on Trae Young. I can't because I know for a fact if he was in the NBA Finals, he could be an NBA Finals MVP. I know for a fact. He's a dog, man. The game against the Pistons, he had 7 assists in the fourth quarter. That's how much he has to do for these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hey, I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna blame you. I mean, yeah, it's the Hawks are lacking. Star talent. I'm not gonna say they're lacking talent, but they're lacking star talent.
Like just somebody else that can do something.
Yeah.
DeJounte wasn't it, Chris.
I didn't know how that was the best fit. He even complained about it, talking about I'm standing in the corner. I'm not on the ball as a point guard as much as I would like to be. In that situation, Trae Young would have to be a 2 guard, but Trae does like the ball in his hands. So,
but it's like he's not like DeJounte is not Brandon Ingram. Like I don't want to just give DeJounte the ball and say go cook. Like and then it's like it's a smaller backcourt. I like Dyson Daniels next to Trae Young. I really like it. I really do like that because he's bigger. Like Dyson Daniels is like 6'7". So that actually works. DeJounte Murray's like 6'4". So it's like 6'4", 6'2", or whatever Trae Young is listed. Trae Young's really like 6 feet. So
yeah.
It just that DeJounte Murray, he don't count as a starter, man. I'm sorry.
They need to bring in a wing.
I like Ingram. I like Levine. Maybe Cam Johnson.
No, I like those 3.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I would never quit.